Doing good.
Good.
Yeah, John.
The pass rush numbers for the defensive line haven't been as good in the last few weeks as they were earlier in the year. Have you guys talked about that, and what do you feel like it's going into that?
I feel like we're still causing a lot of disruption. We haven't got a lot of straight, just drop back pass opportunities. A lot of it's quick game or RPO, things like that. So give teams credit for scheming, but I feel like we're still progressing in the rush, and when we get the opportunities, we'll see the stats go up. But at the end of the day, the only stat that matters is that W. So.
Do you think some of it stems from, you mentioned scheming, once you've put on video how disruptive you guys are, isn't that bound to happen, that teams will try to plan around your strength, and that so the numbers might not be consistent throughout the year?
Our Coach Wood says, like, they pay their coaches, their players are on scholarship too, so, like, you got to give people credit for, they're going to come out with a scheme, they're going to try to win, so just adjusting to it, whoever makes the best adjustments, whoever plays their technique the best is going to win the game. So people are going to make adjustments, we got to do the same, and we got to play our techniques better than they do theirs, and eventually I feel like our production will go back up to where it's been, and defense will be rolling again.
Both Willie and Michael were talking about they don't feel like this. You guys have played your best game or even close to it yet, but you're still 9-1. How close do you feel like you are to getting to that point, and how good does it feel to be in that position and still be 9-1, trying to play your best game?
I mean, the funny thing is, like, we practice extremely hard all through the week. Everybody, we try to go 1-0 every day, not just 1-0 on game day. So those last few weeks, we felt like we've had great practices and that we're gonna go out there and put it together. But I don't think we've played a perfect game by any means. I don't that elusive perfect game that we've been chasing. So like, we're gonna keep working towards it, and I really do feel like once we put it together, it's gonna be very fun to watch, very fun to be a part of. But at the end of the day, we gotta win. So it's just honing in on our techniques and doing our jobs the best of our ability.
Their offense, what are you seeing? I know that Coach Fitchman's, and they have a really good receiver they like to throw to a lot. So the fact that they like to throw a lot presents opportunities maybe for you guys.
It's exciting, obviously, as a D lineman. You see they're throwing it, so you automatically think, okay, we get the pass rush and stuff. They do run the ball, and like you said, they got a great receiver. I think he's like leading the nation or something. So they present challenges. All the teams we're going to play are going to be good from this point on. Most of the teams we play have been good. So they got good players, and we're scheming and we're doing our job on our side. But looking forward to the challenge. It should be fun. It's a away game. You know, get up for the away game and kind of take that like gladiator, like us against them. It's gonna be fun. I don't know.
Their quarterback doesn't run much or hasn't this year. Does that make it easier in terms of game planning when you know that not for that to just take
They
off?
still do a lot of read options, things where he has the opportunity to pull it. He's pulled it. He's gotten yards. He's smart. 6 and 10 are both smart when they get in. They do what their ability allows them to do, and it's pretty good. So look forward to it. Like you said, they're not as much of runners as maybe we've played, so it's exciting as far as really attacking, maybe more aggressively. But at the end of the day, they can still make you hurt with their legs.
Do you see anything from their offense that matches the reputation of Tom Herman, their coach, for being just creative and very aggressive in the way he schemes and calls plays?
Well, I think they're very creative, especially in how to get one the ball. Or number one, the receiver that we're talking about, he's like 2/3 of their offense or something. Like they scheme him up well, and they have a bunch of other great players that make it. You can't just focus on him. So it's I mean, give them credit. They do a great job with their scheme and their offense. They've been putting up a lot of points, so it should be fun.
All of your games have been close in the conference, and you've won them all. What do you think has been the key ingredient for you guys finding a way to win every one of those games?
I really do think that one of the mentality kind of manifests itself on game day, because I feel like, at least I feel like most of us feel this way, but like if not everybody, that we don't ever feel like we're gonna lose. Like whatever the situation calls for, we feel like we're gonna get that done. And as of late, it's been calling for getting a stop, getting the offense to run the clock out. Makai did a great job, a heads-up play, got the tag, ran it to perfection. So things like that. Execute. We wish we'd execute better in those middle two quarters, first quarter, fourth quarter. But at the end of the day, like we got to win. I mean, like practice said, 9-1. It doesn't sound too bad if you would have told me we've been 9-1 right now. Obviously, we would want to win these games in a little bit better fashion, but a win's a win, and that's what we're chasing every week.
You haven't trailed in the second half since the first play of the fourth quarter of the Memphis game a month ago. So you felt like you were in control for the most part, and
Yes,
just
sir.
kind of, yeah. And does that make you feel better than if you were like really getting whipped and finding a way to win as opposed to?
Yeah, I don't
Like
think
frantic
we.
at
I
times.
don't
Yeah,
think-
yeah, yeah.
I don't think we ever want to be whipped or
Yeah.
be down, but even it's similar situations. Obviously, you attack it differently when you're in the lead as opposed for coming back. But then I really I feel like we all play the game in our head as far as what has to be done. Like, okay, defense has to go get these stops, offense has to come out score, and like. Last few weeks we've done that. We said offense got to come back. Memphis game, they got to score. We're gonna score. We're gonna stop. We're gonna score, and things like that. And we've executed well. Now we put ourselves in some bad positions, and also we've let people come back, or people have came back on us, and we want to kind of nip that. We want to just execute throughout. But I feel like our execution in the fourth quarter speaks to the character of our team.
Also, his quarterback played really well. Were you surprised? He's a freshman, a walk-on freshman. Were you surprised with how poised he stayed out there?
Yeah, he came in the game before, and he did some really good things passing the ball. They had number 1 who was more athletic, runner, but 11, like you said, walk on for him to step up in there, and he executed really well. I mean, give him credit. I think he was one of the highest passers in the nation as a high schooler, is what we were told. So he came in and executed. There's a lot of things that we could clean up that we feel like are more so on us than them, but at the end of the day, you gotta give teams credit for making the plays when they present themselves.
Were you anticipating that he would play the bulk of their snaps?
We knew that 7 was there's 7 was probably hurt, so we were gonna see 1 or 11, and we knew 11 was better passer. I mean, teams have tried to run the ball on us, and teams are gonna keep trying to run the ball on us, and we feel like we do really good against that. And the pass, obviously, we want to be great against both. So once he came in, we knew that we were gonna get more heavy dosage of pass, and like I said, he did a good job executing and took advantage of some busts and some open areas we had.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate y'all.